First time I tried to start a business, completely flopped in my face. I was just coming out of the internet company, the first internet company I ever worked for. I knew Wall Street. I was trading earlier before that. And my plan was I was going to start a business online from what I learned from there. And while I'm building it, I was going to go trade the market in the mornings. The stock market was 9:30, and usually by like 10:30, 11, it slows down, and then it doesn't really pick up until like 3 o'clock in the afternoon for the next hour. But in between there's like a break of doing nothing. So I was like, I'm going to do that. And my dad gave me $50,000 to start the business. My dad doesn't have 50 grand to spend. The only reason why I had money was because my mom passed away. And when my mom passed away, there was some insurance money that had been given to him. Not a ton, but that was how he was able to give me that. We were living in a townhouse. Ashley was like 1. And I started losing money trading. It messed my head up so emotionally. I couldn't focus on the business. I tried, but I didn't really know what I was doing either. I wasn't experienced. Like, I needed help. I couldn't do it on my own. I needed people to help me execute. I didn't have the right people to execute. I didn't know that at the time. What I know now, I could start business like the snap of a finger. I could help you start a business, and you're gonna freak out like I did. And I know exactly what needs to happen, and I'll be in your corner to calm you down and tell you step by step what to do. I can do that. I've done it. I'm teaching that now. I can show you it because I ended up using that 50 grand to pay my bills. When that ran out and I wasn't making money with the trading, I had to leave there and go find a job. And I did, at another marketing company. Started working there at a student loan company. After I was working there for years, kind of got like my feet on the ground, started to like create a foundation a little bit more. That entrepreneur fire just went out inside of me. The confidence I had was gone. I was like, I don't know how to do this. I got a 1-year-old and a wife and a mortgage, and like I had to go find a job. And I did. I found a job. It was almost like, you know in the oven when you turn the fire on, the flame goes really high, and then you're like, let's go take it down to simmer. Think about that as inside of me, my entrepreneur spirit was like really high when I was going to do it. It was on, it was fire, I was on fire. And then when I failed, I like went into a ball. I was like, I had no confidence, and it got turned. But it wasn't out. It was just on a simmer, just sitting there, just waiting. And I didn't know that at the time. I didn't know that was the case. I was like, I'm never gonna, I'm like trying to make a few bucks. I just want to take care of my family and like be all right. At that time, I had no money whatsoever. Like I needed to like figure out how to just like pay the bills. Now I'm at this thing and I'm working, and then like I'm like kind of getting my confidence back, learning new things, and I'm like, what I know how to do, I was doing well. When I focus on what I know, I'm really good at it. But I didn't have like contracts and insurance and business insurance and LLCs, and
it can be intimidating when you don't know.
It could be intimidating, right? But it's a one-time thing that you think stops you from starting a business. When you set up an LLC once, that's it. You have your LLC, but like you're scared to do that, even just that alone. But then there's like, I got a website, I gotta go call this person, I gotta go put this together, and it's like you start getting overwhelmed, scared, and it's hard. It takes a certain type of person to be able to do that, unless you have guidance. If someone gave me a manual, I didn't know about coaching at that time, I would have done it. Yeah. I would have taken that 50K that my dad gave me, instead of like putting it into like trying to start the business on my own. From what I know now, what I would have done is I would have taken that 50K and looked for a coach to show me how to do it. That's what I would have done.
Absolutely.
Knowing what I know now, I would have fast-tracked my success 20x. But that wasn't the journey I was on. I didn't know that at the time. So I went through that money, I got a job, I was working there, and that was about 2 years I was there before it went out of business. I remember I went to a funeral in New York City for someone's grandfather passed away, one of my friends. And I remember like, it was during the day, I had to drive into Manhattan. I'm there, we sit, and it's like I'm seeing like old friends, and we're like, hey, let's go grab some lunch after. The first thought that goes to my mind is, I don't know how long I could be out. I told them I was going to a funeral, but like, I can't be out all day. Like, they're gonna think, where am I? Like, so now I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, why am I the only one thinking that? And I'm looking at each person, I'm like, he's got his own business, he's got his own business, he's got his own business, and
you have the freedom where you're locked in.
Everything. The lifestyle I wanted, the ability to live on your terms. You make your rules. No one tells you what to do. You know what's right and wrong. You got to be responsible. Having your own business, you want to make money. Money's a very important thing. It plays a role in our lives because there's bills to pay, right? And you need to take care of yourself and get that done, because you got to just provide food for your family, shelter for your family, and all the things that we need, right? And then you want to make more because you want to have more for security maybe. Maybe you want to buy nice things. Maybe you want to take that money and give it to other people so that they can then be okay. Whatever the driver is, doesn't really matter,
Yeah.
but you need money. It's hard to be that person without money. You need to take care of yourself first before you can do anything for anybody else. And I'm sitting there and all of a sudden, like, it felt like the fire started turning on a little more. I started getting that like desire again. Not necessarily like around like what I was gonna do, but of the end result of what I was gonna do. Like I wanted that lifestyle. I wanted that for me. Like I know like I wanted that for me in my life. I didn't know how I was gonna get it. I had no idea, but I knew I wanted it again.